top of the night and I'm a team. Yeah, man. Team, I don't know that I see you there. Yeah, man. From wall in a Britain, the man hang himself, man. Yeah, man. Woman cause it. Man, I left him. Man going on depression, brother. Yes, so we see man good, you know, that you kiss your friend. All up our Paul finding this young man. Man, hang himself in the evening, brother. Church, God.
On the spot, news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Wednesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. We're going to kick it off in the morning here with some much needed update coming out of the parish of St. Mary, where the body of this female was found in the Devon Pen area in St. Mary on Sunday. She has since been positively identified by the police. She is 16-year-old Jadine Gale. Yeah, man, you heard me correctly. 16-year-old Jadine Gale. Her mother confirmed her identity. Meanwhile, an adult closely associated with the teenager has been taken into police custody for questioning. So the adult in question is said to be that of a bus driver, and he was taken into custody as investigators probed the loss of life of the pregnant teen, whose body was found wrapped in a blue tarpaulin in Devon Pen in St. Mary on Sunday. So an operation was yesterday afternoon conducted at his home located along Sligo Road, that is off Mountain View Avenue in the parish of St. Andrew. On the Spot News Media understands that the man, who is said to be a bus driver, was taken to the location in handcuffs. It is said that he is the spouse of the deceased teen. So yesterday evening, forensic investigators and police and also members of the Jamaica Defence Force carried out checks at the property that the two shared. Residents in the area stated that they last saw the woman alive, known only to them as J, Saturday evening. So my peeps, it seems as if the baby father take her 3 pints. Now on the Spot News Media also made some checks, and we get to understand that she is from Spanish Town in St. Catherine, and that the teen is also a teen that has had a troubled past. She has a history of running away from home and basically living the life of a juvenile delinquent. So my peeps, really sad all the way around. Now we await the police investigations to figure out what really triggered the boyfriend, if he is really the culprit behind it or he orchestrated it, what was the problem, and what actually led to her untimely demise. Boy, me I tell my peeps, the thing rough, but anyway, make we continue. Now this next update, my peeps, is coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled, violence-prone Clarendon Police Division, where on Sunday, January 5th, a mass knockings and clappings took place in the community of Hayes in Clarendon, where 4 men get caught up, 1 fatally so. Now the police swift reactions have led to the arrest of 2 suspects in connection with the fatal knockings and clappings incident in Hayes, Clarendon on Sunday. The suspects were reportedly apprehended in a coordinated operation on Monday, just a mere few hours after the incident. Both suspects are currently being interviewed by the police. Reports suggest that sometime around 8:30 p.m. a group of people were in a yard in a community when armed criminal elements drove up and started to just pelt the place with so gunshot. When the knockings and clappings subsided, 4 get caught up, 1 fatally so. The man who lost his life is said to be this man presently on your screen, identified as 31-year-old Daniel Bowen. The police states that they are presently investigating that particular matter. So kudos to the cops them for holding on 2 criminal suspects right away without delay. So anyway, make we continue. So I have seen where there's a lot of talks surrounding a particular JetBlue flight where 2 lifeless bodies of males were found in the wheel well of the JetBlue plane. A lot of speculations are stating that the bodies are that of 2 male Jamaicans. So the Jamaican authorities have launched an investigation to determine whether the 2 men found lifeless in the wheel well of the JetBlue plane on Monday, if they are really Jamaicans. So according to CBS News and Broward Sheriff deputies and a medical examiner who visited the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport overnight after the bodies were found in the aircraft landing gear compartment. In the statement on Tuesday, JetBlue stated that the bodies were found during a routine inspection after the plane landed. The airline stated that the identities of the individuals and the circumstances surrounding how they accessed the aircraft remains under investigation. In a statement on Tuesday afternoon, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, stated that the government is now in contact with U.S. officials to determine whether the men are stowaways from the island or not. According to the senator, there is no immediate clarity on the matter, adding that the government will provide the public with more details once it is available. So now, my peeps, we're going to hear from Audley Dedrick, the president and CEO of the airport authority, as he weighs in on this particular matter. Listen.
When an airline sends their aircraft to a country and that aircraft leave this country, we, the country or the airport, have no more knowledge or handle as to where that aircraft goes or what other route it takes up. We therefore can't comment on what happened to the aircraft after it leaves here. And we don't know if that particular aircraft in any way can be the same one that was here. We don't have the authority or the knowledge to speak to that. Only the airline can say what happened to their aircraft when it leaves one destination and goes to another.
Now, Transport Minister Darrell Vaz is also urging patience as the probe continues in response to the loss of life of the 2 men whose bodies were found in the wheel well of a JetBlue aircraft. Now listen to what the Transport Minister has to say.
Anything said at this point would be speculative. There is no confirmation in relation to the nationalities of the 2 deceased by the authorities. And secondly, the JetBlue plane traveled to several destinations, including Jamaica, during that period. So let us just wait patiently and get the facts out first and not speculate.
Whilst it is just mere speculation for now, Transport Minister, you know how we are as Jamaicans. You see, if it not go so, it near so. So not more than probably somebody who work at the airport know what them did I go do. And when it fail, then so all of it start. People start talking out from the airport and it get widespread for say a Jamaican nationals. So we now go rule it out, none at all. Say it is really Jamaican nationals. But what these people never take into consideration, sometimes we watch way too much movies and it no work the same way like how it work in a Hollywood movie, because the wheel well is not pressurized and them not really gauge the temperature or anything. So when that plane take off and ascend 30,000 feet, 40,000 feet in the sky, just the lack of oxygen, the temperature, everything, I gotta just make you lose your 3 pints. That is if when the landing gear fall into the belly of the plane, it not crush you and you lose your 3 pints same way. Really sad still, but boy, may I tell you, some people they out there desperate for to get a piece of the American dream. Sad, but anyway, make we continue. So as it relates to that picture and the voice clip, but just before the On The Spot News Media intro, the man in question has since been identified as Ryan Farin, said to be of a Old Brayton Portmore address in St. Catherine. Police reports suggest that residents discovered the lifeless body around 3:30 a.m. The police were summoned and the body was found hanging by a piece of electrical cord at the rear of his dwelling. The probe is being undertaken by the Portmore Criminal Investigation Branch. Now the streets are say, boy, a woman problem stress him out, leading him if go take him own 3 pints because the little baggy way him did have in the yard decide for walk out pan him. Boy, may I tell you, the man them weak. Yeah, man. Now over there in the northwestern section of the island, the Trelawny police is presently probing the circumstances surrounding the partially decomposed body of a taxi operator that was discovered at his home in Trelawny on Monday. The deceased man has since been identified as Clive Goldburn, but the people them call him Silk in the streets. He's from a Spicy Hill address in Trelawny. Now reports reaching On The Spot News Media would suggest that after calls to Mr. Goldburn's phone was unanswered, on Monday residents decided, say, yo, we are going to check inside him also find out what go on, because it's unlike him not to answer when someone calls. Now they gained entry to his house, but the doors were securely locked and them have to make sure, say, them take it off themselves. So members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade were also called in and everybody entered inside of the house, and it was later discovered that the man's lifeless body was inside. The body was removed to the funeral home and the Trelawny police do not really suspect any sort of foul play, but them definitely awaits forensic results to determine what really caused him for lose him 3 pints. Boy, me I tell you my peeps, the thing rough. Now the next thing that we are going to talk about, is a serious situation. We're going to go over there in the St. Catherine North Police Division. We're going to stop over a place known as Red Pan. Back in the days, we did cover some vlogs surrounding criminal elements in that particular community, but a good friend, My View TV, definitely take over and did a marvelous job, because My View's shake up over there, really wicked. Yeah, man. Who no runway, take with themselves out of the place and who no their jail, whatever the case may be, but round there they get a decent shake up. Now we see a thing going on there, we're not really too pleased about that. We are talking about Miggle Lane in a Red Pan, where like a tall boy that was seen lurking around a woman's house. A girl what them call Apple. She live in her house with 4 pitney and the boy them go around there. Go circle the whole of the woman's house with beer gasoline and set the woman place on fire in an attempt to burn down the woman's house to take fear of life, and her 4 pitney them. We can't support that, none at all. And right now, that tall boy there, we can't identify that tall boy there, but it's a tall brother. Face mask up, what him a do, what him a do. But, I gotta say this to the so-called Dans and Dandadas in the place. We are talking about a criminal element here, known as Bronx, we link with Cleavy. We are talking about this brother here with them call Shaney man, we are talking about a next criminal element presently on your screen known as Taiwan, we link with Tickman. And this criminal element are known as Pantyman. Now Cleavy, you as the original Dan, you definitely must know Wagwan in our place. So I call all of these names and show all of these pictures for a reason. Because nothing no go on the ground in a red pan without one of you either sanction it or one of you have knowledge to it. So this is a warning before the Carning. All on the little rugrats under control and have them to account for what them had gone with in the place. Because uno claim to say uno run the place, you know. So uno first, we are going to definitely make our authorities come after. And the ones them will run across the border, you know, but I feel so safe. We know exactly which part of Uncle Sam country on the locate. I remember say the president-elect Donald Trump, Uncle want hear which part on the day. And trust me, we have enough pound, and of course the Jamaican authorities have enough pound for them send for detention right away and send back a yard to come face the judgment. So I would advise each and every one of out there, love the dirty corner boy lifestyle, because it not go end well for none of Yeah man, a word to the wise. So the last thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is that the Manchester police have captured 3 wanted criminal elements in the parish during the Christmas to New Year's season. Among them is a criminal element identified as 34-year-old Kemar Levy, otherwise called Twinny. He's of a Tavares Gardens address in Kingston 11 and also Greenville in Mandeville. Now, Levy was wanted in connection with an October 2023 knockings and clappings in Greenville. He was arrested whilst on board a taxi at the Mandeville car park on Friday, December 27. Levy has since been charged with wounding with intent, with investigators indicating that additional charges will be laid very soon. The police did not name the other 2 men who have been nabbed by them, but they were held on New Year's Day in separate operations in the parish. One of them was wanted in the Kingston Central Police Division for the fatal knockings and clappings of a 57-year-old man identified as Leroy Williams of a Mount View Estate address in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. The other, who was nabbed at a guest house in the parish, was wanted in Montego Bay, is wanted in Montego Bay, St. James, in connection with a case of robbery with aggravation. So you see how them criminal elements here move, my peeps. Them just a hop, skip and move from parish to parish and a hide off in a guest house and Airbnbs, thinking that the police will not find them. But due to the close connection with police and the citizenry, trust me, these criminal elements will be nabbed one by one. Yeah man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah man.